Hey guys, welcome to Cards and Sharps. How y'all doing? Good, glad to hear it. Alright, what do we got here? We have a Gerber gift pack that I saw at the Walmart store and was thinking, is this a worthy gift idea or not? And I thought, well, I just grab one of these, save you guys the trouble, and I'll take a look at it and we'll see if it's worthy to buy as a gift, or even some of you out there might be just looking for something inexpensive, a beater knife or something like that, or you just getting into the collecting hobby and want to start with something. So we'll see if this is a good value. These are, like I said, 20 bucks. You get 3 knives. So you're looking at about 16 and a half, 17, or $6.50, $7 a knife. So let's see if any of these are worth that. It's hard to imagine a knife not being worth that much, but I have bought some knives before that were pretty rough. Gerber is a name most people are familiar with, and I will say they have made some questionable products. They make some decent products. And they're known for their multi-tools. Let's see if we can get these out of here without damaging my fingers. Let's see if we can grab a sharper knife to do this with. That'd be safer, wouldn't it? We'll use the little Pocket Samurai. It's pretty sharp. I'm not trying to save the packaging really for regifting. I'm sacrificing my 20 bucks to let you guys see if this is a value or not. So, all right, let's see what we got here. You got the Air Ranger, which is this one, and then you got the Rip Stop 2, and then you got the Paraframe. And they have a couple of different variations of this I've seen in the gift sets. They had some with a multi-tool. I've seen them with the Paraframe, a large and a mini, and then this Air Ranger. So let's start with the Paraframe. Seen these around a lot. Let me take the little tip protector off there. Okay, first thing, it's awful tight, so it's not going to be a flipper. You can roll it out with your thumb that way, but I don't know if it feels like it would take a lot of break-in to get it loose enough to flip that one. Though it seems like it might be loosening up a tad, but still, don't think it would get to a point where it's a flipper. Okay, first thing I see with this is it is a tip-down clip only. There's no provision there for flipping it around, so for many of you, that's going to be a disqualifier. That is not my preferred way either. But centering, see that? Centering is good. And lockup is real solid. I mean, that's almost 100% lockup on that. about 99.9. So it's probably going to be pretty safe there. Don't know much of the specs. Let's see if we can see if they list the specs here on the box of this. On the paraframe, it's just listing the blade steel as stainless steel. So that could be pretty much anything. Your guess is good as mine on that. But other than that, I mean, it's a decent looking knife, and it's not that heavy feeling. Let's weigh that bad boy. Let's hit the scale reset. Okay, you can see there it comes in under 3 ounces, so not a bad weight. And a lot of that's going to come from the heavily skeletized frame handle arrangement. The frame and the handle, there's no scales or anything on that. It's just machined out, and it feels like it has a pretty good, pretty decent grip, and got some no jimping on the back, so not a really, I don't know, doesn't feel like something I'd do real heavy work with, but it'd be something you could put in your pocket, not be too heavy, and we'll say not too bad for about a $7 knife, a little under $7. All right, I'll give you an overview of all of them when I get to the end. Okay, this one we got the Gerber Ripstop. That's pretty aggressive looking pivot right there, and it, like the paraframe, also does not have a real loose action, so it definitely wouldn't be a flipper, but you can roll it out easy enough. It's a stiff frame lock, so it's I'm going to say it's going to be a two-hand knife. You probably could, if you're really careful, unlock it and close it one hand, but first impression on this one, I mean, for the size of it, the weight's not too terrible. It does have a notch in the blade, but it's where it's located doesn't really, it just gives you another option for rolling it out with your thumb. Again, it's going to be tip down carry only, which is not my preferred carry, but I guess it beats carrying it just loose in your pocket, if that kind of thing. Now I've got some real impressions of this one. I mean, it's kind of a cool looking knife, but it's got some real issues here that I can tell you I would not want to carry this one. First of all, the way that handle is done, and it goes kind of morphs into the frame lock, that creates a major hot spot. I mean, that is uncomfortable in the hand. If you were doing more than just taking it out and cutting a piece of twine or something like that, that is going to get old. That really digs into when you grip it there. That would, I guarantee, as cool and looking as this knife is, I mean, it feels pretty well put together for a $7 knife, but it's form over function for sure. It looks cool, but that handle would just really bugged me in trying to handle and use that knife very much at all. Alright, so that is the ripstop. Don't really know where it gets that name, but it's a nice looking knife. But for $7, you're not expecting a lot. I could forgive the no jimping and the tip down only carry if it wasn't so uncomfortable in the hand. And both of these kind of fit in that realm of some Gerber knives I've looked at where just some pretty neat ideas, but just poor execution. And that one definitely is not one I would carry, or even to use as a junker or anything like that. It'd just be too uncomfortable. All right, that brings us to this one here. This fairly handsome knife. And this is the Air Ranger. Now I didn't weigh the rip stop because really, since I wouldn't consider it, don't really care what it weighs. Let's see what the Air Ranger weighs. It feels fairly light, and it is. It's 2.56 ounces, so nice light knife. Again, it's going to be tip down carry only. Now this one, just the feel of the knife, it feels nice. It's got classic look, you know, just a drop point, almost curls up into a clip. A little bit of a hollow grind there going on, and pretty easily manipulated liner lock, and that more easily fits the one-handed use. You can, get in there, get on it, and unlock it, and close it all, open it, close it one hand. Rolls out nice. Again, it's too tight to be a flipper. The blade is perfectly centered, so I really wouldn't want to messing with the pivot adjustments. So this would be one that I just would figure on, and one-handed operation. You're outside working on something, you got a knife that you can open and close one hand without any problem. So, and it's a fairly handsome knife. It's got feels like aluminum. It's not really scales. The frame, it's basically the frame and the scales all in one. But it does have nice texture into it. So it feels like you have a good grip. This one does have a little bit of a ramp with some jimping. So this is by far the better knife in the gift set, and I could actually see putting this one in my knife drawer and occasionally throw it in my pocket if I'm going to go outside and do a little work outside or something like that. It's not a bad looking knife at all. Not going to be a really very good tactical knife or anything like this. It's not going to be quick opening, just nice work knife, I think. Not too heavy, so actually very light for the size. This one, they do list the blade. This is CR17 MOV stainless, so not a bad. I'm going to say this knife here probably by itself, basically gift set, you're buying this knife and they're throwing in the other two, or you can split the cost between the Paraframe and an Air Ranger and call it a pretty decent set. And then you got this as a throw-in, and I'm going to guess the only way they sell this knife is by including it in a gift set. This is, I'd see the, yeah, $20 for these two knives is not a bad deal. But this one, yeah, I wouldn't buy this one. I wouldn't. I'll take it if they give it to me, and that's about it. Actually, just here holding it, the best way to hold that is you got a little bit of a finger choil there, right there, and that gets your hand up there where you're not gripping that handle too much, and that makes it almost usable. And then you got the combination blade, so I don't know. As you can tell, I'm not a big fan of this one. But overall, let's see what we got. We got definitely the Air Ranger. That's the star of the show. It's got a decent budget blade steel. And then you got the pear frame, which has been around a while, and you see a lot of these. And it'd be a decent knife. And then this one, that's nice to throw in to put with a couple of decent knives. Would these make a good set? Is it worth $20? I'd say these two make it worth $20. Not a bad deal. Might be better off for $20 if you can get one of these knives in a multi-tool, but preferably this one. But for $20, if you're buying this as a gift, I would say it'd be a decent gift for somebody that just a young person that is, just you're starting wanting to get them into knives and appreciating the knife hobby and all that and collecting, and this would give them something to start a collection with. 3 knives with a couple of decent knives to start with, without breaking the bank or anything. Not something I would buy for somebody that is a knife aficionado, or somebody that has been collecting a while. To be honest, that one's decent. I mean, if you just like knives, I like knives. I like all kinds of knives, and that one looks nice enough. It works well enough, and I could see I could actually use it. So they might appreciate this one, and maybe this one a little bit, but most probably already have or had one of those at some point. But still, if you're buying for somebody that's been collecting a while, you'd be better off if you want to get them a knife to get them something. Maybe spend a little bit more money and get them one knife that's a little better quality, even maybe a Ganzo or Sanramu or something like that, or a rat. Most experienced collectors, going to have a rat in their lineup, but we'll take another one anytime. So there you have it. This is the Gerber 3-knife gift set for $20 at your friendly retail stores, and you'll see a lot of these out and about with the Christmas coming up. So hopefully that was some helpful information. If you see these and you consider buying it for somebody, hopefully this gives you an idea of whether it'd be something that would be appreciated, and I think there's a couple of knives there that would be. So not bad for, like I said, a new collector, or if you're doing a family get-together and you got to buy a man's gift or something like that. Most men are going to appreciate it. So there you have it. The Gerber 3-knife gift set. Alright guys, that is it for this one. We'll see you guys next time. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll have more sharp objects coming your way.